In the last session, we celebrated God's great deliverance, how he rescued his people from Egypt and dismantled the Egyptian empire. We saw how God's desire was to form the Hebrew slaves into a holy nation, God's own special people, to dwell amongst them and journey with them into the promised land. But the task of formation, taking the old mindset of Egypt out of them, proved difficult, and a generation missed out on their inheritance. Despite the people's rebellion, the leadership of Moses shone through the Israelites' wilderness sojourn, revealing to us the very essence of the God story plot. God, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here.
The next chapter of the God story starts with a startling generational moment. God declares to the children of Israel, Moses is dead. We will learn how God will grant the Israelites time to grieve the father of their nation, but equally God will not allow their sorrow to be prolonged. Joshua, the leader of the next generation, is about to face his defining moment. The crossing of the River Jordan will be this generation's Red Sea experience. We're about to enter into the moment when God's people will eventually set foot on the promised land 400 years after it was promised to Abraham. The children of Israel will enjoy the fruits of this new land for a season, witnessing remarkable victories. But in the end, we will see how they will be seduced by the gods of other nations, doing what seemed right in their own eyes. In the generations which follow, they will go so far as to ask for a king like the other nations. Though brokenhearted and rejected, God and his kindness will give them a king like David. He's an imperfect man, but one who has a heart after God's own heart. Under David's leadership, the fragmented tribes of Israel will be united, and Israel will live through some of their most prosperous and blessed years. We will discover how David's greatest legacy is connected to the establishment of a culture of worship and presence at the center of Israel's national life, and stemming from this, a desire to build a permanent dwelling place for God. David's holy ambition pleases God so much that God chooses to bind his covenant promises to David's legacy, promising a king in his line forever. Yet it is his son Solomon who will oversee the construction of the temple. As Solomon dedicates the finished building to the Lord, God's glory fills the temple in a powerful display of holiness, and God reinstates his covenant with Israel. These are the glory days of Israel, but we will come to see that they do not last forever. As Solomon's heart turns from the Lord, a downward spiral begins from this point, starting with the division of the 12 tribes into 2 rival kingdoms. Bar a few bright spots along the way, we will come to conclude the 500 years of Israel's story after Solomon is a sorry tale of idolatry and indulgence, ego and evil.